What is this giant bullshit I see before my very eyes? Okay, so...
I don't know who that is.
He was in The Wire, Lost.
Oh, okay. He's an actor?
Yeah, he's an actor.
Okay, I don't... I've probably seen him in things, but I don't know.
He's the hotel attendant in John Wick.
Oh, okay. I still haven't seen John Wick.
Fuck, I guess I know what you're watching then.
All right, well, there you go.
But he also voices a character in Destiny 2 called Zavala. And the problem with Zavala as a character is that he isn't written like an actual person.
Okay.
He's written like a walking plot device and like exposition dump, along with like vague moral platitudes.
Follow me. Here's the plot. Be a good person.
Yeah, no, congratulations, Sam. You are better written than Zavala.
I like to think of myself as a two-dimensional character.
Yeah, and actually, no, I must have shown you the Eric Andre interview with Lance Reddick.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I wish I will have Britain.
Yes.
That is Lance Reddick.
Yes.
And
it's all coming back.
The incredible thing about Lance Reddick is he's a character actor. He has incredible range, but I feel it's such a travesty that, one, he is being so utterly underutilized in this actually very popular video game franchise.
Yeah.
And two, very, very overshadowed by Nathan Fillion.
Oh, is he also in...
He was. Oh. Now Nathan Fillion's gone, and there's a Nathan Fillion-shaped gap in this franchise that I think Lance Reddick can just finally fill.
He wants to walk into that. Don't do crimes. Rosebud's the sled.
So I feel like my sort of moral duty is to try and edit in a bunch of good lines voiced by Lance Reddick, because his voice is kind of distinct, into the game, so that you can have Lance Reddick wishing he was LeVar Burton, or asking where his iconic slave role is, or grilling someone like on The Wire about the DA setting up all these people for the drugs.
I need to watch The Wire one day.
I've seen clips.
Jesse watched the first... Well, I think he's watched all of it, but he liked it.
Season 2 is apparently not very good.
Yeah, that's the dip. That's what everyone says. All right, well, let's go there.
Pit beef, lots of horseradish.
Welcome to The Breakup, the horseradish podcast. We're all horseradish all the time. Also, breaking... you know what? I finally did it. I forgot the catchphrase.
This is a podcast about destroying the things you love by giving them away. I'm your co-host, Sam Young, and I am also your co-host, Jacob Waskow.
No introductions needed.
No.
So, Jacob, what did you make me do this week?
I'm getting right into it, aren't we?
Yeah.
I made you...
We had plenty of Lance Reddick talk. That's our sub-podcast now.
I made you sit down and open your eyes and ears to a particular YouTube channel.
Open my heart to Dankmus.
Yes, that is entitled Dankmus. So, if you would, I think there's a question you need to ask me. Sam, what is this thing I made you experience?
There we go. Dankmus is a musician who makes techno-y electronica retro wave music using Simpsons sound clips. Not exclusively Simpsons sound clips. He uses vocals and catchphrases.
Also, he plays percussion.
Yes. And he creates little music videos for them based on, like, thematically whatever the main phrase is. So, for example, one of them was Clown College, and that's the one where Homer became a clown. And then there's the one called It's a Handgun, which is the one where Homer got a gun. And the one that I watched... Okay, so... Rewind. Jacob said I could watch as many of these as I liked.
Yes.
So I watched about 5 or 6.
Okay.
And the one that I found after those was Not Lenny. Or is it Oh No, Not Lenny?
Not Lenny.
It's just Not Lenny, yeah. So Jacob, why do you like this piece of shit?
There was a saying someone once said a long time ago that you could make art out of anything.
Mm-hmm.
You can find beauty inside of pretty much anything if you put your mind and heart to it. And I think that...
Talking to the mic when you patronized me.
And I think that something like Dankmus is a postmodernist expression of that sentiment. Now, Andy Warhol said that people will only want to be famous for 5 minutes at a time, or get to be...
That's not even close to what Andy Warhol said.
And I think these videos are about like 2 minutes each.
Yeah, like 2.
So we could say that Dankmus has been famous like at least 6 times for you.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Okay, I liked it.
I know.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, actually. Because I think you kind of have a sense of my musical taste, which is kind of electronic stuff that you can listen to in the background. And
I know you like The Simpsons.
And I like The Simpsons. Well, what's funny is I just have been on a Simpsons kick because I got Disney Plus and they've got all the Simpsons on it. So I've just been watching like...
Oh, right, because they own Fox
They own
now.
everything. Isn't our dystopian cyberpunk future great?
Well, the problem is when Disney then owns whatever service we're uploading this onto, that...
Oh yeah, we're going to get bought out. I'm just waiting for the day.
We're going to be a subsidiary of Disney Inc. In any second now.
Sorry, quick sidebar. There is a really fun moment where there's a really harsh dig at Disney in a Simpsons episode where they call the school festival the happiest place on earth.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the lawyers show up and Skinner beats the shit out of them.
Well, he punches out the guards, and as like the lawyers run away, he throws the briefcase.
Yeah.
Well, you just made one former U.S. Marine mad.
But no, I liked Dankmus. I liked the little videos. They were funny.
Yeah.
And I liked that it didn't sort of resort... I guess this falls into the genre of YTP. Would you agree with that? It's sort of adjacent.
I think it is post-YouTube.
Yeah, okay. PYTP.
Because I think there's YTP, but then there's sort of the gold that got out after that.
Yeah. So what I liked about it is it was able to stick to like the joke, like it kind of committed to the bit without sort of descending into a lot of just like faffing around with
homophobia
or homophobia
or scatological humor
or many other things. What I did realize though, and this was kind of this was a sad realization of growing up, is that like mimetic electronica music like that is basically adult contemporary for millennials. Like it's not very challenging. You can put it on in the background. Everyone kind of likes it. No one,
Wait, hold on. There's a natural extension to this though. But if I make sort of like non-challenging sort of electronica remixes of Nickelback, and I have like, this is a graph on over and over and over again, at what level does my DNA begin to unwind? Like, how relaxed do I get? How unchallenging is that?
I mean, yes, it does start to unwind. Which is not to say I don't like it. Unchallenging does not mean I don't like it.
There was a very good dig at Everything I Stand For.
Oh, yeah.
Where someone on Twitter wisely pointed out that Death Grips is just Primus for millennials.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Shit.
Yeah.
They're right.
Yeah. No, because I'm really into like things like Tame Impala, and it's basically like it's easy listening for 30-year-olds. Like it's different from what you would define from the 70s.
What is going to be easy listening for the next generation?
I shudder to think.
What was easy listening for Gen Xers?
I guess kind of like
having the movie Fight Club on in the background.
See, adult contemporary is actually a specific genre, but I'm just kind of thinking of like contemporary music that people like to put on the background if you're an adult. And I guess for Gen X, it's kind of like not REM exactly, but like certain alt rock bands.
No, you hit it correct the first time. It's REM.
Okay, all right. See, this sounds more disparaging than I mean it to be. I like these things. This is just a realization I'm happening as I get older and less cool.
The first time I ever trolled an adult was talking to an arts teacher and me going on at length about how the Great Big Sea cover of
I've heard this before.
What's the song called? The World is Ending and I Feel
Fine. It's the end of the world.
It's the end of the world and I Feel Fine. Is the superior version compared to the original by REM because of the sense of brotherhood and camaraderie within it. And Jordan Marshall, who was a piece of shit, looked me dead in the eyes and said, Jacob, you are such a troll. To which I went, this is the life course to which I will commit the rest of my life to. And so far it's worked badly. So, what is our common theme to Dankmus?
We don't get there. Well, that's a little early.
Well, how many... You watched 6 videos. Was there not a... I guess the common theme is Simpsons then, huh?
Well, yeah, but we don't do the common theme until we get to your thing.
All right, fine. Stop letting me fuck with the program then.
Yeah, you're the one who sets the rules.
What did you make me watch?
I made you watch Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Great. I just watched it.
Cool. So
like, literally.
It's real fresh in your mind.
Oh, yeah. Do you know that was a 2-hour movie?
Yes, I did.
I did not.
Which is why I kind of thought maybe you would watch it before you had to come to my house.
Yeah, I didn't.
Or before you had to come to my house.
I didn't cue into the fact that it would be a 2-hour movie. Mm-hmm. So I sit myself down, I got my popcorn, I got my sody pop, I got my Stromboli, I'm just ready to go, and I'm like, oh shit, this is longer than I thought it was. I need to go soon. So thank God you delayed recording this by a half hour, because otherwise I would not have finished Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan is actually, funnily enough, a live-action adaptation of a 2-part episode of the Freakazoid TV show, where a scary man from the internet becomes a doppelganger Freakazoid, and like he keeps saying at Freakazoid, Kirk, old friend. He tasks me. He tasks me.
I'm glad you had some pop cultural knowledge of this before you watched it.
Well, Sam, why do you like this piece of shit? Why do you like critically acclaimed?
Why do I like the best Star Trek movie?
Why do you like this piece of shit known as one of the best science fiction mass reach films to have ever been made?
It's a good sci-fi movie. It's a good action movie. It's got a lot of heart at the end. It's got the emotion with it's got the bit with Spock and Kirk at the end. It's got a pretty good setup for a sequel that's not very good. It's got Ricardo Montalban.
There is less setup than I think you may remember.
Yeah, it's not quite like. I mean, doesn't he go? You go down the Genesis planet, right? Like, there's the coffin. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but the coffin's like still closed.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know at that point if they knew they were going to bring back Spock, because I think Nimoy was kind of ready to dump it.
Well, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't really? Like, it's been 4 or 5 seasons before that movie gets made.
3 seasons. Then it was like 10 years before they made this movie.
Wow.
Because that's why they all look so much older in these movies. Because it was like a decade later. Maybe even longer than that.
Also, Kirk has a kid.
Yeah, because apparently banging half the galaxy has consequences sometimes.
Yeah, but like he looks like just like a blonde eugenics cleaned me.
He doesn't,
which is a bit unnerving.
He doesn't look like Jewish Canadian William Shatner. He takes after his mother, I suppose.
I guess. Like, I was really waiting for him to be like, and I was also a eugenics soldier. And then, like, Kirk to look over to the screen and just blow out another mic.
Is that the movie? Sorry, this is a digression. Is that the movie where they have the red uniforms?
Yes.
Oh, I hate those.
With the white collars?
Yeah.
The white turtleneck collars.
I love that. That's a great movie, but oh my God, those uniforms stuck around for like 5 more movies and they sucked.
Well, I imagine they weren't for realsies giving them back problems.
That's true. Okay, you know what? You made a fair point there.
Yeah. Like, they may look a bit doofy, but they were not causing bodily harm to William Shatner and his crew.
For people who don't know, in the first season of TNG, not Picard, I was going to call him Picard.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart almost sued because the uniforms they gave them were actually giving him back problems. But they changed it in the next season. So.
Yeah.
But then they made all the extras forevermore wear those terrible uniforms because they never didn't buy enough good ones.
What extras union failed in their job?
I don't know.
Maybe because there wasn't an extras union.
I mean, it might not have been as bad if you were you were day player and you're only wearing it like you do a gig on Star Trek and then, you walk off. You're not like Worf wearing it 24/7.
So,
anyway, did you like this movie?
Yeah.
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 It's a very different movie than what I thought it would be.
Oh, really?
Actually. because Ricardo, I can't remember. Montalban. He is an incredibly commanding presence who, for some reason, isn't in this movie a lot.
Yeah, he's kind of one of those villains who's like, I think he's in like 20 minutes of it. He's used sparingly.
Well, he's basically like, oh, Khan's off doing something for a little while. Let's focus on ear parasites.
Am I wrong in that he and Kirk are never in the same room together?
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
Never. Technically, they are never in the same building.
Yeah, no, they're not even on the same ship.
Well, like, it's either Khan is on a ship or a planet when Kirk isn't. So there is probably at least, like, a standard, like, AU between wherever the fuck, like, Khan is and wherever Kirk is. And I had actually messed up in my mind where the famous Khan is. Because I would have figured it would have been later in the film.
Oh, is it quite early?
It's midpoint.
Okay.
Like Khan does this whole speech about, and I'm gonna trap you under this earth, and you're gonna die, Kirk. You're gonna die like an old punk, like my wife, who I miss very much. And then you're gonna die alone, Kirk. You and all of your 4 friends. You'll
your 4 Kirk's only friends.
You'll still somehow die alone. And then like William Shatner's acting the crap out of trying to overact. And he just screams, Khan! And the mic, I think, gets burnt out by that delivery. Because it sounds like it was dubbed over in really bad 70s
It probably was. It probably was an overdub.
And he's sweating, like, a lot.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
And
everyone's sweating in that movie.
realized there's a massive subplot in this film that I don't think it's touched on, where I think Captain Kirk is developing glaucoma.
Specifically glaucoma.
Well, because there's this whole thing about, like, he needs glasses.
Well,
and he's drinking Romulan ale a lot, and clearly Romulan ale is blue Gatorade, which is high in sugar content. So I think that just he's becoming an early onset diabetic. But Scotty can't admit this to him. Wait, I mean Bones.
Bones, yeah.
And that's why Leonard Nimoy goes to kill himself so that Kirk can turn his life around and start eating veggies.
He was using Spock as a crutch. He was
No, it's more that like Spock being the
Spock was his enabler.
Being the most human soul that Kirk had ever met, saw the damage Kirk was doing to his own body, and he felt that along with saving the crew, he would give Kirk impetus to turn his life around and stop eating like butter-fried steak for dinner every night.
Butter-fried targ something.
Whatever.
We've already established I'm a Star Trek nerd. I've forgotten that kind of a subplot in the movie is that it's
also he wants to bang that Vulcan lieutenant.
Yeah, he super does.
Like you can literally see him with his boner in the fucking elevator.
Always so horny.
Yeah.
It's funny, to that point, there's a subplot in the movie, or kind of a sub-theme about getting older.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's sort of starting to feel their, they're starting to feel it.
But the message is, fuck that. Stay young forever, YOLO, bitches. Like...
I mean, if you had Ricardo's body in that time and you were that old...
But he's not involved in that sort of sub-moral.
That's true.
Basically, he exists as, like... The past is always going to come back and kick your ass. Whereas, like, getting older was just, like, William Shatner needs to wear a girdle. He's wearing a girdle, but maybe he should not have to wear the girdle. Have you ever thought about that?
Or the toupee.
Oh, my God, he was wearing a toupee.
Oh, yeah, that's not his hair.
But that means every single other time I've seen William Shatner, he is wearing a toupee.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God.
It's for years.
Oh my God, it's Donald Trump's hair. I just realized it's the exact same, like, coif.
Doesn't he have, though? No, but doesn't in this movie he starts to have the weird curly hair, like...
It's wavy. It is very slightly wavy, which is Jewish. I didn't think about... I wasn't looking at his hair. I was too busy looking at his sweaty jowls.
You gotta look at the shat, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a piece of trivia that everyone who's ever talked about Wrath of Khan has talked about, but I don't think you know this.
I probably don't.
It's Chekov who goes down to the planet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Chekov never met Khan. Like, he couldn't have, because he wasn't on the Enterprise at the time.
Well, I like to imagine that the reason why Chekov knew Khan was Kirk never told anyone that he was aware of. See, along with being an onset diabetic, Kirk has been struggling with like serious alcoholism because
that's text. That's not subtext.
Mostly because of the Romulan ale and the blue drink, actual alcoholic drink, blue drink, and so in his drunken stupors, it would be a Death of Stalin style like meeting he would bring quite literally the entire crew into like an auditorium on the Enterprise, and he would do these PowerPoint presentations about like past adventures he's had. That's actually the Star Trek episodes. What you are seeing are the replays of his log in his drunken sort of rambling.
And that I see. Okay.
And so that's how Chekov knew, is because he has watched all of Star Trek up to then.
Right.
And also he has a gun named after him.
What?
Chekov's gun.
Oh, yes. Well, it's spelt differently, but yes.
Oh, it's a different Chekov?
Yeah.
No, I thought this was the guy the gun was named after.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you doing a goof right now?
No.
You have to tell me.
No.
If you're a cop, you have to tell me.
No, this isn't entrapment.
No, it's referring to the playwright Anton Chekhov.
I'm sorry, I'm not up on my Eastern European playwrights.
I love that that is the most adorable thing you've ever done on this podcast.
Whatever, you old man. Your mistakes are your own. See, I was waiting for, like, Chekov to pull, like, no, okay, the Chekov gun scene is when Chekov is about to shoot Kirk.
Oh, there's literally Chekov, and he has a gun.
Yeah, that's Chekov's gun.
According to Ricardo Montalban, he decided that in his headcanon was that they did meet each other off screen going to the bathroom.
So, like, this would have been while Khan was on the Enterprise?
Yeah, while Khan was on the Enterprise.
Okay, and so they're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I imagine it's a urinal type situation because
you're not supposed to. I would think that it's gender neutral bathrooms on the Enterprise.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean more just you don't talk to other people in stalls.
No,
that's bad form. That's just generally bad. Whereas at a urinal, gender neutral bathroom or not, let's just presume there are urinals. Like, you can sort of make eye contact and be like, oh, so you're the guy that's holding the ship hostage? Yes, I am.
I'm the eugenicist,
Do you know you're going to be on Freakazoid in like 10, 20 years? What is a Freakazoid? You're going to really appreciate the show in its time. I'm sure I will.
I would like to think that actually, because the timeline would line up, Khan is just constantly referencing Freakazoid because it's the 23rd century, right? So he's seen it, and for some reason he was really taken with this random guy.
No, but he was frozen before Freakazoid.
Oh, you're right. He's from the 90s, yes.
Well, no, Freakazoid is late 90s, I think.
Yeah. I don't know what exactly.
I think literally what happened is Khan got frozen, and then Steven Spielberg went, I have an idea for a show. Hear me out.
Yeah.
You know this internet thing the eugenicists made? What if there was a eugenicist inside the internet?
Yeah, it stands up to scrutiny.
And that's how we got Sliders.
And he's played by Benedict Cumberbatch for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I realize more and more, like, I talked to Jesse about Benedict Cumberbatch with surprisingly regularity and how much I really don't like Benedict Cumberbatch.
No.
Because I am going to contractually say that I certainly believe that Benedict Cumberbatch is capable of acting.
Okay.
I do not think he was acting in Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah, I don't think he's... I mean,
compared to Ricardo
Montalban. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's...
that is a man
that's no comparison.
I feel like either needed a much larger movie career than he got, or I just missed it.
Well, as we were talking about character actors before, like, he was just, like, kind of a character actor, and he just had this amazing screen presence.
So he and Lance Reddick meet up at a toilet, and that's how they meet. And so Lance Reddick and him go on to make Destiny 3, Destiny Harder.
This is not SETI Alpha 5.
Wait, I thought this was SETI Alpha 6. No! SETI Alpha 6 was destroyed 6 months after you left us here.
That is, other than the Khan line, that's the best line in the movie. The way he delivers that, oh, I've got you, Chekov. I'm going to throw this back in your face.
Yeah, he has his gun.
Yeah, and he's just enraged.
Well, I mean, I would be pretty mad, too. Well, also, I get the impression that Kirk makes the same fucking mistake later on Khan in the film where he mentions like Ceti Alpha 6 and it's Ceti Alpha 5.
And Chekov's like...
Well, no, Chekov isn't there because he's busy being brain parasited.
Yes, that's right.
See, I was waiting for Chekov to die, or like the black captain to die, because like Khan does this whole fucking speech about like, first, it attaches to your frontal cortex, and your body becomes surprisingly susceptible. Then madness sets in. I think I'm doing a Lance Reddick.
It's all right. It's all right.
Ricardo. But
he's so good.
He's amazing. I realize now more than ever the creative industries, particularly television and movies, is the biggest shell game to have ever existed in human history.
Oh, yeah.
Because everything that is successful is often designed by or stars incompetent people. Like, for example, Game of Thrones. Which was written by two guys who, and this is true, had never written for television before.
One of them wrote a movie, I think.
Yeah. And they just went to George R. R. Martin and went, hey, could we make a show of your books?
Well, who's Jon Snow's mother? Well, it's obviously the person you've been foreshadowing it to be. Oh, well, then you can make my show.
You passed the test.
True story. It's funny. I think, without going into a whole tangent about that, I think like that show was as good as it was for as long as it was, just because the material was good. Like it speaks well of those novels, that it lasted as long as it did. I think it gets its up and downs, but I think they're very those first few seasons are very watchable.
Oh yeah, like I'm not disagreeing there. It's more just like I'm just imagining everything that was not from the books that made the show bad. Like, it's like watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, everything that the actual, like, TV development team had to put in was the exact worst thing you could put in.
Do you think, in the history of ever, Game of Thrones has ever been compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! Before just what you just said?
I think both canons can coexist together.
Yes.
There is a fan fiction I would like you to read called... Seto Kaiba and the War of the Roses, where Seto Kaiba is a Lancaster, I think.
Is this real? Are you goofing? You have to tell me.
I'm half goofing.
Okay.
Because Game of Thrones is based on the War of the Roses.
Yeah, it's vaguely, yeah.
And there is, for realsies, a War of the Roses Yu-Gi-Oh! Video
That's
game.
what I wanted. Wow.
Where Seto Kaiba
is a Lancaster.
Is the rose guy. He's pure evil.
Well, they're both roses.
He's the bad guys. The white roses.
He's a York.
He's a York.
Yeah. And I am intrigued.
And Yukimoto has to... I'm getting older.
Hey, kids, we have a lot of fun here.
I'm 27. I have to think about, like, what am I doing with my life? All I've spent, like, the last, like, year on is... anime and stupid goofs with you. I thought you just farted. That was a car.
I think it was a motorcycle.
But maybe I need to, like, take stock of who I am and where I'm going. And I need to realize that Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't everything it's cracked up to be. And I should just, create rather than just tear things apart. You listening?
No. What's our common theme? Oh, wait. What do you give Wrath of Khan?
I give Wrath of Khan... 1 Freakazoid out of 1.
That's pretty good.
Sorry. 2 Candlejacks out of 3.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll take that.
Thank you.
So our letter is E, and I have checked this. I'm not going to just say random letters this time.
E, War of the Roses.
E, War of the Roses. It's like e-commerce.
Yeah.
E-business. This is a struggle.
Excellency.
Excellency? Why excellency for Dankmus?
Because it's good.
It's good.
Whereas Khan is a king. He's a Khan, literally.
I don't think we could do better, but that's right of first refusal. That's both an ego.
Sam, just admit I got this in 1. Just let
you might have. I feel like there's one.
J.
No.
EJ.
I think he's got it. See, I want to go with like there's a connection we can make with The Simpsons.
Electronic supersonic?
I was going to say electronic, but that feels so vague. And you know what? Fuck it. You got it in one. Excellency. Fine.
Your Excellency.
Excellency. Okay.
Sorry. Excelente.
Excelente. Okay. All right.
In honor of Ricardo.
And the B-Man from The Simpsons. Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. So, what next time, what are we doing?
Sam, you are going to watch the famous movie of the early 2000s.
We're watching John Wick, is that what we're...
Mystery Men.
Oh, it's finally happened. I'm surprised it took this long.
I tricked you.
I tricked you. Were you supposed to punish me this week?
Oh, shit, I was. Fuck.
Well, I guess day of execution. You've already said what you're going to make me do.
Damn it. Fuck.
Made that rule.
You have to watch Mystery Men while riding shit, what is it? Like something horse.
Like a mechanical bull?
No, like one of those like S&M dungeon things. Something horse.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah, it's on the
pyramid.
Yeah,
the evil pyramid.
All right, well, I'll work on that. You were gonna watch, and I think I mentioned this in a earlier episode. I had this months ago, and it completely dropped away.
Oh, you got it back?
Yeah, it came back. You were gonna watch the movie Nightcrawler.
Shit!
Starring Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, okay.
I really like it, and it's very much in the mode of
you.
Well, me, yes, it is very me, but it's also very much like
you are Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
it's Joker basically.
It's very much like Drive with Ryan Gosling that you and I watched.
Yeah, I know a fair bit about Nightcrawler, and I would contend that there is a more human element to Drive.
I would agree with that, but we'll see what we see.
Yeah,
I'm interested in what you will think of this.
All right, shit.
What you think of this?
Damn.
All right.
You got me. Got a goof.
We'd like to thank Irritating Rainbow for the use of our theme song, You Broke It, from the album Where'd the Truck Go? You can find a link to that in the description. And now we come to the final thought.
Iron Horse? What is it? No,
that's Megan. Megan knows.
Megan!
What do I know now?
I need for the podcast. I'm getting Sam a sexual torture. And I need to know that weird sort of pyramid thing that you force people to sit on that's got like a sharp edge to it. Something horse.
I have no idea.
She has no idea.
God damn it!
I don't think that's a thing.
That's a thing. That is totally a
Okay,
thing.
I take that back. Rule 34. Everything's a thing. I do not know.
Okay, I'm Googling sex horse.
Well, I think you found the closer on sex horse. Well, I apologize for all the brony stuff that's going to show up.
Jesus Christ.
Sam?
Oh, no, no.
That's too late.
That was a different thing. You know what? The bit's over now. Stop it there.
Sex horse.
Sex horse.